Good morning, everybody. This is your Monday morning check-in for Monday, September 14th. Man, September is just flying. I want to give a shout out this morning to a few things. First, a shout out to our daycare staff and children. We had an awesome Friday for September 11th. We had flags donated by the Dallastown American Legion, Post 605, and we had our own little Patriots Day parade in the parking lot. And everybody down to the toddlers got to participate. We waved our flags and we said the pledge to the flag in front of the fire hall. And then we marched right around the church and had lots of horns honking at us and people seeing our patriotic spirit. So thank you to the staff for being so flexible. And another shout out to all of those who helped with our outreach this weekend, our property work day, and also our bag lunches. And it was awesome to see so many of you in church yesterday and so many online. Thanks for joining us. So, my question to you is, what's your favorite season? If you would have asked me that a year ago, I would have said summer is definitely my favorite season. And I had to think about that this year because on Saturday morning, when I got up early to come down to church for our lunches, I opened the front door and it was cool outside and not cold, just cool, no humidity. Oh, I'm sorry, friends. And it was awesome. It felt so good. I actually took a minute just to enjoy that feeling. I never thought about fall like that before. To me, fall always meant the kickoff of everything in my world, and it was nonstop schedules. And though it's similar to that now, it's not exactly the same. Some of you might be thinking, okay, Pastor, it's the 14th of September. Why are you talking about fall? You've got an entire week to enjoy your summer. Well, I will enjoy that entire week. But I want us to look ahead. I want us to think about what fall means. You know, one of the highlights of living in our state of Pennsylvania is during the fall season, the leaves change into these beautiful colors and then eventually, the trees shed them. But that's one of the highlights of being here and seeing that gorgeousness. And so often when the leaves are gone, we think, well, it's so stark and ugly. But I want you to think about this year. As you watch the leaves change, that's a new season in our life starting. But also, as those leaves fall, look at those trees. Those trees stand firm. Those trees stand with their, I was going to say stems, sorry, friends, with their branches pointed upward in different directions, and they stay strong. That's what it means to have Jesus in our lives. Reflect on your own life for a minute. Some seasons in your life are harder or have been harder than others and will be harder and will be easier than others as you go through it. You know, I remember when we first had our son Christopher, I can't say it was a challenge, not because of him, just because of two young people who worked third shift and first shift trying to figure out how to do this with this little one. And 6 years later, when we had Nicole, another season in our life, it just seemed to, it just fit. I don't remember life without her. So that wasn't, I won't say an easy season, but it was a season that had a real positive part to it. But there are times in your life where it's hard to find that positivity. You have those seasons in your life where you're caring for somebody who's ill, or you can't do the things you want to do, or your job isn't going the way you want it to go. And it's just very, very challenging. But God allows those to happen. He allows those things to enter into our lives so that we change. We don't become stagnant. And the other thing that God wants us to remember, and yes, I leaned in, is we need to let things go. Just like the trees shed their leaves each year, we need to let go of things. And it's almost like God is saying to you, hey, stop, let go, and let me. And that just surrender what you need to do. Turn it over to God. You can't say, oh, I'm a Christian and I walk with Jesus and never let things go. And I'm just not talking about your hurt or your anger with somebody. I'm talking about just allowing yourself to feel God in your life and allow Him to drive that bus for just a while here. You give Him an inch, He'll take a mile, and that's what you want, my friends. God knows you better than you know yourself. I know we've said that many times, but He knows your hurt. He knows your fear. He knows all of your insecurities. He knows your losses. He also knows when you are happy beyond belief. He knows when you're surprised. He knows when you're anxious. But when you look at those things, like the fear and the insecurities, we need just to let it go. And God will bring new life. And when we allow that, when we allow God to take over and let me, meaning God, do it, we can't do it our way anymore. We have to do it God's way. And that might mean that as we look at certain things we do in our personal life, in our work life, in our church life, that it can't always be the way we want it. It's going to have to be the way God directs it to be. And that's so important to remember now. As we get ready for the next season of our life, our season of fall, take that time, enjoy the coolness, enjoy watching the leaves turn, and remember that this is yet one more season. And as the trees let go of their leaves, think about even one thing you can let go of. God bless. I hope you have an awesome week, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye bye.